The Cleveland Browns just released their schedule video, and somewhere inside it they buried a secret. Not in the words, not in the dates, in who they chose to put on camera and who they deliberately left out. And once you see it, you can't unsee it.
The Browns are extremely thoughtful about what they put out there on their social channels, and they don't make mistakes with what they put out there. It's really hard for me not to read something into that they promoted or mentioned Shedeur Sanders in this video, but they didn't mention Deshaun Watson. I think we know what part of it is, right? One kid's marketable, the other one not so much. It's not lost on me. I don't think that really influences anything that Todd Monken is thinking or what he's going to do or anything.
The Browns are extremely thoughtful about what they put out there on their social channels, and they don't make mistakes with what they put out there. It's really hard for me not to read something into that, but they promoted or mentioned Shedeur Sanders in this video, but they didn't mention Deshaun Watson. I think we know what part of it is, right? One kid's marketable, the other one not so much.
No press conference, no official announcement, no statement from the front office, just a slick 2-minute video dropped on social media for the 2025 NFL schedule release. And in that video, the Cleveland Browns told you exactly who their quarterback is going to be this season. They just didn't say it out loud. Today, we are breaking down every layer of what just happened, what it means for Shedeur Sanders, what it means for Deshaun Watson, and what it means for the future of this franchise. Stay with me, because this is bigger than a hype video. Let's be honest about something first. The Cleveland Browns have been living in a nightmare for the better part of 3 years. And to understand why a schedule release video is sending shockwaves right now, you have to understand the full weight of what this organization has been carrying. Back in March 2022, the Browns made one of the most aggressive and controversial moves in modern NFL history. They traded multiple first-round picks and signed Deshaun Watson to a fully guaranteed 5-year, $230 million contract. Let that sit for a second. Fully guaranteed, the largest fully guaranteed contract in NFL history at that time. No escape hatch, no out clause that matters, just all in, baby. And what did Cleveland get for it? They got a quarterback suspended for 11 games in 2022 due to an NFL investigation into accusations of sexual misconduct, accusations involving over 22 dozen women who filed civil suits, most of which were settled. Watson denied all wrongdoing, but the shadow never left. Cleveland fans who were already skeptical found themselves stuck. The team committed everything to a player wrapped in one of the most polarizing controversies the league had seen in a generation. Then came the football. Watson returned, and the performance on the field never came close to justifying the chaos off it. He struggled to recapture the electric form he showed in Houston. Then in 2023, he suffered a season-ending shoulder injury, a torn tendon in his throwing shoulder that required surgery and wiped out what should have been a critical bounce-back year. The Browns limped through that season. In 2024, he returned but still couldn't stay healthy, missing significant time again, and the team's record reflected every bit of that instability. So here we are entering the 2025 season. The Browns hold the 6th overall pick in the NFL draft, and with it, they selected Shedeur Sanders out of Colorado, the son of legendary cornerback and now head coach Deion "Primetime" Sanders. Shedeur has been one of the most talked about quarterback prospects in years, not just because of his bloodline, but because of what he showed on the field: a sharp release, NFL caliber accuracy, and the kind of poise under pressure that scouts can't teach. Now you have a roster with a $230 million quarterback coming off back-to-back injury-riddled seasons and questions that refuse to go away, and a shiny new rookie who came in with one of the most recognizable names in football and immediately started turning heads in practice. Cleveland's head coach Todd Monken, who took over the offensive coordinator role with serious credentials, the man called plays for the Baltimore Ravens offense, is now the one who has to manage this situation. He has publicly said the quarterback competition is open, that every player needs to earn their spot. Textbook coach speak, you've heard it 1,000 times. But here's where it gets interesting. When the NFL schedule was released and teams across the league dropped their hype videos, those slick, cinematic social media moments built to excite fans and go viral, the Browns released theirs, and people watching noticed something immediately. Running back Quinshon Judkins was in it. All-pro pass rusher Myles Garrett was in it. Cornerback Denzel Ward was in it. Fan favorite faces, team pillars, cornerstones of the roster. And Shedeur Sanders, right there, front and center. Deshaun Watson nowhere to be found. That's not an accident, that's not an oversight, and that's exactly what we need to dig into next, because the people who run the Browns' social media operation don't just throw darts at a board and hope for the best. There is intention behind everything they put out, and that intention just told you something the front office hasn't said publicly yet.
Let's talk about the video and what it actually means, because there are two ways to look at this, and both of them end up at the same place. The first argument is the simple one, and it goes like this. Of course, Deshaun Watson wasn't in the Browns' schedule release video. Do you understand the optics of that? Think about it from the team's perspective for just a second. These scheduled release videos go viral. That's the whole point. Teams spend serious money on production, on talent, on influencers. The Browns reportedly brought in a well-known content creator named MatPat, a guy with millions of followers, to be part of their release. These videos are engineered to spread across the internet. Now imagine if they had put Deshaun Watson front and center in a feel-good, hype-filled video meant to get people hyped about football. What happens? The conversation immediately shifts from excitement about the season to every unresolved question, every controversy, every lawsuit, every lost game. All of it floods back in one wave. No social media director on earth, regardless of how much they believe in Watson as a player, would greenlight that decision. It's a no-brainer to leave him out just from a pure brand protection standpoint. So, in that sense, yes, you could argue the omission of Watson from the video doesn't mean anything about football decisions. It means the marketing department isn't reckless. But here's where analyst and radio host Daryl Ryder makes his argument, and it's one that's harder to dismiss once you sit with it. The Browns are a thoughtful organization when it comes to what they put on their social channels. These aren't random clips thrown together overnight. The people running Cleveland's digital presence are intentional, precise. Every graphic, every reel, every feature story serves a purpose. So when they had an opportunity to feature their quarterbacks, or at least one of them, in a schedule release video that the entire NFL fan base would see, they made a choice. They chose Shedeur Sanders. Not just a quick background cameo, featured prominently in a video built to build excitement about the upcoming season. Ask yourself, why does that matter? Because if Deshaun Watson was truly the unquestioned starter for the 2025 Cleveland Browns, would they have risked the optics completely omitting him while spotlighting his competition? Or would they have just not included any quarterback at all, kept it about the skill players and defenders, and avoided the conversation entirely? Instead, they chose to put Shedeur Sanders in the frame and let the football world draw its own conclusion. That's not neutral, that's a message. Now, does it affect Todd Monken's decision-making? Probably not directly. The coaching staff is going to make the call based on training camp performance, preseason reps, decision-making under pressure, and who gives the team the best chance to win football games. The schedule release video doesn't change a single snap of competition on the practice field, but it reflects something real: the organizational desire, the business reality, the fan appetite. The Browns want Shedeur Sanders to win that starting job, not because of his last name, not because he's the shiny new toy, but because the alternative, rolling out Deshaun Watson as the face of your franchise for yet another season, carries a weight that this organization, this city, and this fan base is exhausted from carrying. Consider this too. Watson's contract situation makes him nearly impossible to move. The dead cap money attached to him is astronomical. The Browns are, in a very real sense, trapped with him on the roster. Given that reality, the best possible outcome for everyone is that Shedeur Sanders walks into training camp, outperforms Watson every single day, and makes the decision completely obvious. Then, Monken can say the competition was fair, the best man won, and the team moves forward. The video is the organization quietly, carefully planting the flag. Shedeur Sanders is the guy they want. Now they need him to go take it.
Nobody's going to get excited over Deshaun Watson. In fact, if they had Deshaun Watson featured prominently in it, what are we saying today? Like, you have to think about the other side of it.
Right.
So I don't think that the schedule release or anything means anything to Todd Monken or his staff. I don't think it means anything to them. But I do think it means something with the ownership. I do think it means something with everything in marketing and business, where it's like, hey, they really want Shedeur to take this job and win this job.
Nobody's going to get excited over Deshaun Watson. In fact, if they had Deshaun Watson featured prominently in it, what are we saying today? I don't think the schedule release means anything to Todd Monken or his staff, but I do think it means something with the ownership, with everything in marketing and business. Hey, they really want Shedeur to take this job and win this job, because if you got to play the other guy, I got to get on the phone and try to sell tickets to a guy Browns fans don't want to see.
Here's the twist nobody wants to say out loud. All of this, the video, the optimism, the hope pinned on a rookie quarterback, only works if Shedeur Sanders actually wins the job on merit. And there are serious people in NFL media circles who have looked at the early reports coming out of the Browns facility and pumped the brakes. The reports are not all glowing. There are people who follow this closely who will tell you that based on everything they've seen and heard, if you had to bet today, Deshaun Watson still comes out as the starter. Let that land, because if that happens, if Watson opens the season as the Cleveland Browns starting quarterback, then none of the marketing positioning matters. The video means nothing. The fan excitement deflates, and the Browns find themselves right back in the exact same painful cycle. A broken offense, a disengaged fan base, a lost season, and Shedeur Sanders sitting on the sideline getting 0 development reps while the clock ticks on his rookie window. And that's why the stakes here aren't just about one competition between 2 quarterbacks. This is about the entire trajectory of the Cleveland Browns franchise. Think about the draft capital that was surrendered to get Watson. Think about the years of losing that followed. Think about what Baker Mayfield, who Cleveland unceremoniously moved on from, is doing right now in Tampa Bay, where he's thriving, healthy, and leading a team with genuine playoff aspirations. The what-if around Baker is a wound that hasn't fully healed in that fan base. And now they're staring at the possibility of another quarterback mistake, except this time they don't have the luxury of blaming a trade or a personnel decision. Shedeur Sanders is right there, available, drafted with real hope. There's also a broader NFL reality at play here that's worth acknowledging. The dynamic between elite college quarterbacks and bad NFL franchises is shifting. We saw it with Dante Moore, the highly rated prospect who, reportedly unhappy with being drafted by the Los Angeles Rams amid uncertainty about his path to playing time, made the extraordinary decision to return to college at Oregon, reportedly for life-changing NIL money in the range that makes competing with an NFL contract suddenly very real. Moore chose development security and market comfort over just taking whatever roster situation fate handed him. Shedeur Sanders has the same kind of leverage, cultural capital, and name recognition. If the Browns mishandle this, if they bring him in, sit him behind Watson all year, waste his first development season, and stall his growth, there is a real conversation to be had about whether elite college quarterback prospects at the quarterback position will start steering themselves away from broken situations the way elite NBA prospects already do. The agency is growing. The NIL era changed the economics. These young men have options now in ways they never had before. So what happens next matters enormously, not just for Shedeur, not just for Watson, for the business model of how NFL franchises acquire and develop franchise quarterbacks. The Cleveland Browns have a choice in front of them. They can be bold. They can trust the signal they've already sent, because they did send it, and they can give Shedeur Sanders every real opportunity to win that starting job in camp and in the preseason. They can let the best man win without the thumb of a bad contract quietly tipping the scale. Or they can flinch. They can default to the sunk cost of Watson's salary. They can talk themselves into one more year of let's see what Deshaun can do healthy. And if they do, they will look back on this moment, this schedule release video, this window of possibility, as the moment they had every chance to turn the page and chose not to. The Browns didn't say a word publicly about their quarterback situation this week, but they told you everything. They put Shedeur Sanders in the frame. They left Deshaun Watson out of it. And now the city of Cleveland, the entire NFL world, and one very talented rookie from Colorado are waiting to see if they meant it. It's time to find out.
Here's what I want to know from you, and I genuinely want to read every single one of these comments. If you are a Browns fan, or even just an NFL fan watching this from the outside, do you think the Browns actually start Shedeur Sanders in Week 1, or do they blink and hand it back to Watson? Drop your prediction below, tell me what you think happens, and tell me why, because the why is everything. I'll be in the comments reading them. Let's talk about it.